Okay, we're going to go over the pitch shifted part of Beautiful Day. We just were, for this riff, we were in bridge position. In this song, the edge switches off in the pop. So this part here, in the beginning, the verse we did, that is done in neck position. The chorus, the chords, that's done in bridge position. This riff here, that's done in bridge position. When we go to the pitch shifted part, I believe the edge does it in neck position, and it's actually required to smooth out the tone a little bit because your pitch shifter is going to push the tone up. And it can get very squeaky or very harsh in the bridge position, in my opinion. This is a fairly simple riff. Edge again varies this over and over. I don't believe Slain is the same as Vertigo. It's the same as the studio version. The studio version is a very long scale. I actually have figured that out. I haven't memorized it. It's not as simple as a lot of people think. This riff is often, it's in the, I believe, the pentatonic scale. A lot of people like to just take 3 notes in that scale and just repeat them. So they do things like this. Or they'll do this. That's not exactly correct. It certainly can work. It's certainly within the right scale and the right notes, but it's very mechanical, it's very repetitious, it really doesn't have a melodic flow to it. What I've done is as I mentioned, I slow these songs down and I break down each note and I find each note. And even though Edge does vary it, it's a little more complicated than that. So it's not as simple as just repeating these notes in the pentatonic scale. Let's compare that to what he's really doing in the live version of Vertigo. First, let me play it. Now, please note that this is pitch shifted. And actually, let's go through the signal path. Right now, I've got my guitar on plain, got a little reverb, no delay. What I actually do is mix in some shimmer in with this to kind of pull it all together. It's very difficult to get exactly Edge's tone because he's using different equipment. I'm using the Axe FX. But the tone right now, when I play it simply, the tone that you heard now is pretty much the plain guitar on the neck position. What we're going to do is add a little bit, and I've actually got just a little bit of drive there too. The drive helps soften the pitch shift a little bit. So let's add the pitch shifter, and when I add the pitch shifter in between the amp and the cab model, for all the people out there that have an Axe FX, adding the pitch shift between the amp and the cab is a better way of getting cleaner tone. If you put the pitch shifter before the amp, it's kind of messy. So it's a little tip there. If you add the pitch shifter, and you get this. So this note here turns into this. Now that's pitch shifted 1 octave and 2 octaves. The Axe allows me to have 2 voices, so there's 2 in there. One is 1 octave up, and the other voice is 2 octave ups. And they're both full volume. So again, without the pitch shifter, with the pitch shifter. Then I add a little bit of delay at 331 milliseconds, a dotted 8th note delay. You get this. It's mixed in about 20%. And then I add the shimmer in parallel, so you'll get this. It's very faint, you can just barely hear it. And then you'll get this kind of tone.